Up next, the Pelicans taking on the Hornets. For the Pelicans, tonight may look like David against Goliath, but in front of a raucous home crowd cheering them on, anything can happen. Hornets, Pelicans is coming up next, and we'll be right back. Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us at this most... special time of the year with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. This is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Wondering how the West is shaping up? Well, the midseason grind is in full force. Let's check out the standings. Taking a look at the Pelicans. Right now, they're in 9th place. Definitely not the kind of success they envisioned at this point of the season.
Checking out the Pelicans, they're really doing their best to rise through the rankings. Time will tell whether they can pull it off.
You know, it's got to be frustrating for them. You can't dwell on the past. You've got to think forward, work together, and play for one another.
So the Hornets starting 5. We've got Filipowski, also Benedict Mathurin out there, and it's Elliott in at the 1. And for New Orleans, we've got Barnes, and it's Marks in at the 3 spot. Just about halfway through the season, Grant. Which half of the season went quicker for you, first or the second?
You know, B.A., after all the anticipation, the first half just goes by in a hurry. And the second half, you are in a rhythm, so the games can blend into one. So I'm going to be a politician. The answer is both.
Clock at 6. Here's Barnes. Hornets with the rebound. Last time they met was in Charlotte.
And in their last game against this club, turnovers really were a problem for them.
They were forced into tons of sloppy play, and I think they'll be looking to be more composed tonight.
And that gets us rolling. Whew, what a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
You get the sense there is a level of intensity right out of the gates.
Flanders can't hit. About a minute played here so far in the first. Here's Lively, and a slam dunk by Lively.
Oh, my goodness. Not only a vertical threat, but a big-time finisher, Derek Lively.
Doris, you really got to love Scotty Barnes' infectious positive attitude.
B.A., those players that bring joy every single night to their craft, it absolutely permeates the rest of the roster. Not only is Scotty incredibly talented on both ends of the floor, but he's all about team, and he's trying to win, and those attributes absolutely affect the guys around him.
That free throw misses.
How about Scotty Barnes, guys? The 4th pick in his draft class, a guy who proved from the outset he was going to be reliable, efficient, versatile, and a two-way player. Pretty impressive stuff.
And he's good on the second. We played just over a minute here in the first. Here's Potter. Really played well against the Clippers in his last game. Outside Mathurin. From deep. Pelicans cleared away. This game following their win against the Rockets.
Yeah, and that one came down to their rebounding. There was a big gap between the two teams there.
That was a coach's dream, to get that kind of effort and intensity on the glass, and for it to pay those kinds of dividends, critical.
Pass to Filipowski. It's stolen by Barnes. And here's the fast break. Here's Flanders. And the layup is good off the glass.
Boy, when this guy has got his rhythm, he can be tough to guard.
Here's Elliott. 20 points for him last game against the Clippers. perfect night. So far, 2 for 2.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Pass to Marks. Takes a 3. Sinks it from distance. It's a tie ball game.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
It's stolen by Barnes. Here's Flanders. Soft touch off the glass. Flanders has got his second bucket on the night.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's King. 15 in his last outing. Barnes, it's good.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Elliott passes to Filipowski. It's tipped. And now New Orleans on the break. Here's Flanders. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
And this kind of play is only going to grow their lead, holding the other guys down on defense and converting on the turnover.
Hornets trail by 6. To stop the run. And Potter gets it to go.
If you give him any sort of space, he's gonna attack.
The Pelicans have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. Pass to Peters. Here's Flanders. Here's Peters. He's scoreless. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Now here's Lively, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. Shoots a fadeaway. That's short off the rim.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
Down low. Here's Peters. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Here's Elliott following the score by New Orleans. Shot clock at 6. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. Potter's shot is off. New Orleans leading by 6 to the paint. Here's Barnes. Over to the left wing. Flanders. Off target with the 3.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Pass to Filipowski. And the layup is good.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
On offense, here are the Pelicans. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Peters, covered by Lively. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. To the left wing. Here's Peters. Pass to King. And he buries his first look.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte.
Timeout. Start it.
And since we have a second here, let's see which teams have dominated the offense. And Charlotte making a change here. Filipowski's checked in. Here's Matherin. He had a 30-point outing in their last game against the Clippers.
And piling up the points at the line. He was in attack mode all night.
We've got Henderson, and it's Willis in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Pass to Ramsey. Here's King. The 3. Lively grabs a miss.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact. Oh, the defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
Here's King. He has a clear impact on this offense, putting up over 19 a game. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Milwaukee will be traveling to face them after this game. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court. To the wing on the left. Pass to Filipowski. Screen by Lively. Here's Elliott. Oh, he gets it to fall, and that makes it just a single-digit deficit. Elliott's got 9.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Here's King. Rejected by Lively.
Well, on top of the length he provides and athleticism, there are the shot-blocking instincts of Derek Lively. Wow.
To the inside, Elliott. The rebound by Willis. The Pelicans lead by 8. Here's King. 18 feet out. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Lively's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Matherin. Here's Potter. Back to Matherin. Shot clock at 5. Screen by Lively. It's stolen by Henderson. Oh, deflected. To get back on track. Gets the 3 to fall. Henderson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for New Orleans.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
The other thing, I cannot be more impressed by the defense they've shown tonight. Their willingness to close on shooters, blocking shots, playing with great effort.
Here's King. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Lively's got his 6th rebound on the night.
At some point, do you start to think about getting others involved? It has been a struggle.
Back to Filipowski. Here's Elliott. Drops in the 3. Elliott's got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, you simply have to stay connected to him. His shooting stroke is that pure.
Pass to Ramsey. He shoots a 3. Lively grabs a miss.
Yeah, and they've taken their foot off the gas a little. They were much more aggressive to start the game and really getting their opponent in early foul trouble.
Here's Potter. Oh, and a fast break for the Pelicans. Here's King. A minute 22 left in the second. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Ramsey. From the arc. The rebound by Filipowski. Hornets trail by 8. Here's King. Rejected by Lively.
He might be forcing things a little bit right now. Credit the defense for how they're playing him.
And now New Orleans on the break. Here's Ramsey. And he bangs it home with one hand.
This is intelligent basketball. Forcing a turnover and then immediately starting the fast break.
35 seconds left to play in the first half. Pass to Lively. Matherin against Henderson. Just 5 on the clock. Screen by Lively. For 3, Matherin hits it. Now 2 of 6 from the field.
Well, after hitting 0 from distance in the first, that's his 2nd make this quarter.
Here's Henderson. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Henderson's got 5 points in the quarter.
This guy has looked so much better in the second quarter, really starting to find his rhythm.
From 18 feet away, again Charlotte. Gets it off. Unable to get that one. And so it's New Orleans closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Their defense has forced a number of key turnovers, giving them a clear advantage on possessions. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Player of the Month awards are in. Let's check them out. Guys, how about our Eastern Conference winner?
Well, we could give you plenty of highlights, but a lot of substance, too. He's moving the needle for his team.
And normally I do favor the big man, but I will admit, he's worth the price of admission.
When was the last time you paid to get in a game?
I pay all the time with my face.
And turning our attention to the first half, a positive start for the Pelicans.
They've been patient, not allowing the other team to speed them up, just making the plays that are there.
Yeah, protecting the lead by protecting the ball. Sounds simple, yet it's anything but. Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half. To go. And so in the game for the Hornets, Benedict Mathurin is out there with Kyle Filipowski. Then there's Derek Lively, and it's Potter in a 2-guard. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Here's King. Pass to Peters. 5 to shoot. New Orleans needs to hurry. Late clock. And it's off from 3-point range. Hornets trail by 7. Filipowski, the pass to Elliott. Outside Mathurin. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Back to Lively. Pass to Potter. Fires, top of the key. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. They led the game at 1 point by 20. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them. And here's Barnes.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to King. To the middle. Just 5 to shoot. Throws it down despite a man right in his face. Opportunity here to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, there is an art to working for the best shot available, and that right there is it.
New Orleans shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. More teams are playing 5 out and outdoors. So if you're coaching, is that a system you'd run?
It is, BA, because so many players come into the league highly skilled. If you are a 3-tool player, meaning you can shoot it, deck it, and pass it, and you've got 5 guys like that, look out. It is so hard to guard.
Pass to Marks for 3. Hits a 3-pointer. Marks has got 12 points in the game.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team, productive and efficient.
Here's Elliott. Here's Potter. He has 7. Here's Matherin. And King pulls it down. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Here's Marks. And again, it's New Orleans with a 3.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
Hornets trail by 13. Potter, pass to Matherin. Down low. Charlotte shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. The first free throw is good.
Filipowski, 2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. New Orleans leading by 11. To the paint. Oh, they get a hand on it. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Pass to Flanders. It's stolen by Lively. Here's Elliott. Oh, there's the alley. Here's Marks. 15 points in the game. Here's Flanders. He's covered by Matherin. And there's a pick from deep. Flanders can't hit. Hornets trail by 11. Elliott passes to Potter. Now here's Filipowski. Pass to Elliott. Now Matherin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the wing, right side. Charlotte, no good that time either.
Boy, what a frustrating, sluggish start to this half. Brutal.
Marks. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Filipowski's got 5 rebounds in the game. Matherin with the ball. He's picked up by Barnes. Here's Potter. And the deficit down inside single digits. Potter's got 10.
Boy, you allow a shooter of his caliber to get that good a look, and good night.
Here's King. And again, no good by New Orleans. Hornets trail by 8. Pass to Matherin. Out left to the wing. And here's Filipowski. Outside Matherin. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by New Orleans. King's got 4 rebounds now.
He's been just a little off the mark tonight. Really the story of the game so far. He hit 3 triples in the first half, 3 more since. That's nothing to shrug at.
Here's Potter. He's got 10. Here's King. Pass to Peters. Flanders passes to King. Here's Flanders. Tries to break his ice. The rebound by Filipowski. Filipowski's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Pelican. Personal foul. Second team foul.
Both teams deciding to change it up. .19 left in the third. Pass to Marks. Here's King. Out to the right wing. Here's Garrett. 6 to shoot. 4-3. Hornets with the rebound.
They're winning despite his performance here, and they have had his back all night.
Out to the wing. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Back to Edie. Here's Rodman. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Rodman's got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, despite his efficiency, they just can't get over the hump.
Pass to Garrett. Here's King. Ooh, they pick off the pass. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go unprotested.
Charlotte shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
They're doing some good work at the line this half.
New Orleans leading by 7. We've got Henderson, and it's Garrett in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Pelicans 5. There's a screen. To the right side. Here's Ramsey. Misses the 3. And for Charlotte, they're shooting around 50% in the game so far. Pass to Rodman. Over to the wing. Shot clock at 6. There's the 3. Potter's shot is off.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
And he lobs it up.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. 1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. Pass to Shaw. Here's Edey. Cashes in the 12-footer.
Assist goes to Shaw.
New Orleans in the lead. And Zach Edey gets a whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's King. Pass to Ramsey. Five on the clock.
I'll tell you, he has not been at his best, but they're winning, and that's all that matters.
Here's Potter. Out to the right wing. There's a screen. The 3-ball. Knocks it down from distance.
His 3rd triple of the game. A little more success from out there in the second half.
Here's King. Pass to Flanders. From downtown. Offensive board. Here's Henderson. No good with a layup.
Boy, that is tough defense. Exactly how you want to play him.
Here's Potter. Got a hand on it. Henderson outside. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it. And the Pelicans lead by 6. Pass to Edey. Here's Shaw. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's Rodman. And Charlotte, another 3.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Here's King. Pass to Flanders. Takes the 3. Counted from distance.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Timeout called, Hornets. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to find out what Charlotte's head coach was going over with his guys. Coach did everything he could to fire up his team, saying, quote, "This is where every one of you has to dig deep. It's going to come down to who wants it more. Anything to give his team an extra push to close the gap. Guys?"
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
Good on the second one. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Garrett. King, the pass to Ramsey. Here's Flanders. Drops in the layup for 2.
The defense kind of opened up for him, and he took full advantage. Pass
to Elliott. And there's the screen. And he's going for the lob. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. Pass to King. Looking to end this cold spell. And that's 2 points on the layup. And the Pelicans lead by 7.
Boy, they'll take that possession. Nice finish in close.
Here's Potter, defended by Henderson. Chalk up 2 there. Potter's got 9 points here in the second half.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
King, the pass to Flanders. He gets it in there. Here's Rodman. Screen by Edey. Pass to Elliott. There's the triple. Drills it from deep. Elliott's got 29 points.
He hit a couple from range in the first half, but now his confidence is through the roof.
Henderson outside. Here's King. Beyond the arc. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Edey's got 11 rebounds in the game. To the inside. Here they come with numbers in transition. Here's King. Drains the triple. King's got 5 points now in the quarter. All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for New Orleans.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor. Oh, how about the dime? You love that unselfishness.
Here's Rodman. Inside. Here's Shaw. Yep, count it. Here's King. The Pelicans call timeout. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Pass to Peters. Now here's Filipowski. He's guarded by Barnes. Elliott. No good with the triple. And so it's Barnes with it. He brings it up for New Orleans. Here's Marks. Here's Peters. And there's the bucket. Staying with it that time. Offensive glass getting it done.
This is how you make an impact on the offensive glass. Bring that intensity.
Here's Potter. Pass to Elliott. Puts it up from 17. Peters grabs a miss. Peters has got 5 rebounds in the game. To the middle. Here's Barnes. And he scores it. Now 5 of 9 from the field.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Here's Elliott. Screen by Lively. To the paint. And a slam dunk by Lively.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Pass to Peters. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Charlotte Hornets. On Monday, they'll kick off a homestand, starting with the Milwaukee Bucks. And then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And for the game against the Hawks, even though they're going against the #1 team right now in the league, they feel they could win. There's a lot of confidence to this squad.
Matherin passes to Filipowski. Rejected by Barnes.
Get those long arms to work, Scotty Barnes. Send it back, young sir.
They set a pick. Pass to Flanders. Launches it. Lively grabs a miss. Hornets trail by 9. Here's Potter. Here's Elliott. It's good from beyond the arc.
Boy, remarkable how efficient he's been scoring the ball. He feels good right now.
Here's King. Jacks up a 3. Lively pulls it down.
I mean, apparently he still has the green light to shoot threes, but he is in an absolute funk right now.
There's the block. Out of bounds as Charlotte keeps possession. Timeout called, Hornets.
You know, couldn't agree more with this timeout. There are far too many turnovers to get any kind of offensive rhythm. They're just trying to mix things up here.
Ooh, the 3 doesn't go.
If you're trying to make a comeback, that is the kind of shot that doesn't help.
No good from 3. And here's Mathurin. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. 6-point game. Shoots a 3. Cash from downtown.
Benedict Mathurin, not a guy who's going to get rattled right in the middle of the action in the big-time moment.
Here's Marks. From deep. Knocks down the trifecta.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Elliott. Clock at 6. Screen by Lively. He launches. The 3 is in.
And neither side right now giving an inch. We'll see who cracks first.
1:19 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Oh, what a jam! Holding nothing back.
Yeah, just catching your teammate in stride right there. That makes the game easy.
Hornets trail by 5. Here's Elliott. Beyond the arc. Can't get it. Well, the Pelicans shooting efficiently, 50% so far.
Are you serious? That is some power from a point guard.
Oh, I love backcourt players with some ups.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
34 seconds left in the final quarter. Here's Marks. 5 to shoot. Goes again. And it's good on the lay-in. And so the Pelicans take the win. A competitive game, you have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw their activity level go up. Just a tremendous performance.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. And now, our player of the game.